10 signs you are bottling up your emotions. Emotions can be a tricky thing. In an ideal world, we'd just be able to feel what we need to feel so we can process our experiences and move forward in healing and growth. Unfortunately, we don't live in that world. Instead, we get things like, I don't have time to be sad, I have to go to work. Suck it up, cupcake. Everyone has problems. No one cares anyway, so why should I bother? And so we bottle up our emotions, for whatever reason, because life is moving forward. We can't just stop. Also, people can be jerks about it. The problem is that negative emotions don't just disappear. Instead, they get packed away in a tiny little box somewhere in your brain. Every time you suppress an emotion, it gets stuffed in the box. The more you stuff those emotions away and don't process them, the fuller the box gets, till it's bulging at the seams. And then what happens? It finally breaks open, of course. The end result is physical and mental health problems that could have been avoided if you had just dealt with those feelings when you had them. Suppressing emotions raises stress levels, which can throw off the chemistry balance in your body, cause anxiety and depression, as well as a host of other issues. How can you tell if you're bottling up your emotions or handling them in a healthy way? 10 signs you are bottling up your emotions. The following signs may point to unresolved emotions. These are some of the most common things to look for, but do be aware that the stress of carrying that emotional load can show up in many different small ways from person to person. Number 1. Unhealthy coping mechanisms. How do you actually deal with your emotions? Or do you at all? Some people cope by heavily engaging themselves in other activities, so they just don't have to think about it. They may drink, use drugs, throw themselves into exercise, lose themselves in work, or drown out their thoughts with chores and busy work. They may be the kind of person who simply doesn't sit still because they start thinking and feeling their emotions when they have downtime. Number 2. Broken sleep schedule. The stress of unresolved emotion can be a catalyst for disrupted sleep. The person may experience insomnia, regular sleep patterns, or sleep far too much. After all, you aren't feeling those emotions if you're asleep. Number 3. Increased depression, anxiety, and stress. Unresolved emotions cause a lot of stress, which trickles down into worsening mental health. Depression and anxiety are common. People with trauma or mental illnesses may find that they have a harder time with their symptoms. Though we mention depression and anxiety, it is worth noting that we mean lowercase d, depression, and lowercase a, anxiety. Not everyone who experiences these problems actually has a specific disorder. Sometimes just dealing with those suppressed emotions can be enough to cause those problems to recede. Number 4. Getting sick often. People who are under stress often tend to get sick more often. When you are under stress, your body creates a hormone called cortisol, which helps you deal with the stress. The problem is that people are not built to live in stressful conditions long term. The long-term production of cortisol can have a dramatic effect on your immune system and mental health. Just imagine if you had a fire alarm in your house ringing 24/7. That's similar to what cortisol does in your body. Number 5. Avoiding confrontation. People who avoid confrontation may be suppressing their emotions. Humans are moody, messy creatures. Sometimes you end up butting heads, even with people you like and respect. There's nothing wrong with a little conflict. In fact, conflict is necessary and healthy. Relationships and bonds are often strengthened in the recovery period after a conflict. But someone who is suppressing their emotions, who doesn't want to rock the boat, may not be speaking their mind or telling the truth. They avoid confrontation. They don't have to expose themselves. Number 6. Extraordinary emotional responses. A person suppressing their emotions can be like a carbonated bottle of soda that's been shaken up. They are under such emotional pressure that they blow up with the slightest amount of conflict or provocation. They suppress their emotions to the point that they just explode into anger or drown in overwhelming sadness whenever those emotions finally do surface. Number 7. Difficulty in expressing emotions. A person who is neglecting their emotions can lose touch with how to properly express them. It's like playing a musical instrument. If you don't practice and keep practicing, you're going to get rusty and lose some of the knowledge that you've been building. The more you suppress your emotions, the harder it gets for you to express them, which causes you to suppress them more, which makes it harder for you to express them, and so on. It's a vicious downward spiral that only leads to stress, depression, and anxiety. Number 8. You may be alone or feel lonely. People are social creatures, some more than others. We have certain needs that are fulfilled by interacting with others. But bottling up your emotions can lead to feelings of isolation and loneliness because you may not feel understood by the people around you. And if you're not feeling understood, you have a wall up between you that prevents you from being meaningfully connected. Other times, you may actually be pushing people away because to express your true feelings would be to show vulnerability, which requires the ability to actually express and process your emotions. Number 9. You experience digestive issues. Stress and unresolved emotions can play havoc with your digestive system. As a result, you may have stomach cramps, diarrhea, bloating, or constipation. This will also cause problems in other areas, like weight gain or loss, because your body isn't doing what it's supposed to be doing with the fuel you need to function. Number 10. You experience regular headaches for no reason. Some people will experience regular headaches for seemingly no reason. But the reason is actually the stress and hormone production that comes with bottling up your emotions. Many people view the ability to bottle up their emotions as a positive. And you know what? Sometimes it is. Sometimes you don't have time for a breakdown. There are things to do, responsibilities to maintain, and life may not be giving you a break. So sometimes you need to shut down those emotions so you can do what you need to do. The key is to get back in later, when you do have time for some, and open that box. Take those emotions out of the box, deal with them, and move forward to brighter things.
Hey, thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe to our channel to stay informed about our upcoming videos because more incredible content is on the way.